Hey everyone, welcome back. This is Joe with Quad Specs, and today we're going to show you how to bind and set up the Eachine M80 with a freestyle style transmitter, and today we'll be using the Taranis QX7. Okay, we'll start with the basics of setting up a new model in the QX7. We'll click that the select button, hit create model, and then once you're in there, you just hit page to go in and change the details. And we'll just call this the M, we'll hold it down for caps, 8, 0. Okay, once that's done, we're going to come down, and since this is the M80 is a D8 mode model, so we'll come in here and we'll change that to D8. Channel range 1 through 8, and then we'll be ready to bind on the transmitter here. We'll just have to get the M80 ready. This model is really weird the way that you get it set up, but it says to face the camera opposite of the ground, but what it really means is to point the camera at the ground when you plug in the battery, and that'll put it into the binding procedure. So it says to hold it down for 2 seconds, and the LED on the right side will flash red quickly. Okay, so since that's ready, we're going to go back to the transmitter and we're going to put it into bind mode. Okay, we'll give it time to establish, and then once we stop the bind on the transmitter, it will be bound and the red light will be solid. Alright, so now that we've got the transmitter and the M80 bound together, we're going to go to the model and we're going to page over till we get to the mixer. And channel 1 through 4 are already set up. TAER is correct. And if you go to channel 5, this is what sets up the flight mode. So we're going to come in here and we're going to call this mode. Come down here, we're going to use source SA, which is this switch here, because it's a 3-way switch and there are 3 flight modes. Okay, and we're going to back out, and for channel 6, this is essentially the arm button. So it's called what they call it in the manual is startup / stop or revert to normal. And we're going to set this one up with the top one here, SF, and that's the way we do most of ours. We do the arm on SF and then SA for switching the mode. We'll call this arm. And like I said, we're going to put this on SF. Okay, we should be ready to go. All right, let's try out our switches. So we'll start by arming it with the SF switch. And then the SA switch is currently in the bottom. What you'll notice is the mode is indicated by the color on the back of the drone. So there's blue, green, and red, but it only goes to that color when you first switch to a new mode. So when we're in the top, we're in green, which indicates the altitude mode. The middle is blue, which is the angle mode. And then the bottom is red, which is acro. So then after it's been established which mode you're in, it'll go to the color of light that indicates how much battery is left. So yellow is medium, green is a full battery, and red would be ready to land. All right, everyone, here it is. This may be the reason why you came to this video and why you bought the Eachine M80 to begin with. If you look at the arm button or the arm switch that we set up earlier, we said it was called the startup / stop switch, and also the revert to normal. So AKA turtle mode. So if you're flying, you're armed, and you just happen to crash and land on your backside, you can disarm the quad, rearm it, and you're ready to go back to your racing. So pretty cool. That's all it takes to set it up. You just use the arm switch and reset it, and it'll flip over. Okay, so there's only a couple other things you really need to know before you can get flying with the M80. This front button here, it actually switches. If you do a single press, it will invert the picture on the camera, and we'll go back. And if you do a double press, it will mirror image. We'll go back. And then if you do a long press, it'll change between NTSC and PAL modes. So, and the last button is over here, and it's just for your channel and your frequency group. So that's how you get the correct frequency. A long press would change your frequency group, A, B, C, D in the chart, and then the single press, the quick press, would just be a change of the channel between channel 1 and channel 8. Well, there you have it. Hopefully this was helpful in getting you set up with your new Eachine M80. Make sure you check back for our full review and some extra flight footage of this thing in action. And make sure you also check out quadspecs.com, where we have some drone and parts comparisons, as well as some reviews and tutorials. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.